Namaskaram students. In the last class we have studied that what is molar volume. Related to that, what is molar mass and what is atomic mass. So based on these factors, now we are going to learn new concept Avogadro's law and its significance. Let us see Avogadro's law. Equal volume of all gases under similar conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. Let me elaborate this law. We can say that if the number of particles increases, eventually the number of volume also increases. Consider the example. Take 5 liters of carbon dioxide and 5 liters of water vapor. Because water vapor exists in gaseous form. Here the volume is fixed. Both are 5 liters. But the gases are different. In this case, if I calculate the number of particles, both will be the same. But according to Avogadro's law, similar conditions of temperature and pressure is given. So, temperature and pressure should be constant. It should not be changed. If this would change, it would affect the number of particles or it would affect the volume of gases. So, based on Avogadro's law, Avogadro law is mathematically represented as V is directly proportional to N. V is volume of gas and N is the number of molecules. If you remove the proportionality, you have to substitute one constant. V is equal to constant into N, number of molecules. Before Avogadro's law, there is one more hypothesis was there, that is Berzelius hypothesis. So if you compare Berzelius hypothesis and Avogadro's law, both are almost same. But there is only one difference. In Berzelius hypothesis, equal volume of all gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of atoms. But in Avogadro's law, equal number of molecule is there. So consider with the example. H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Hydrogen gas plus chlorine gas gives hydrogen chloride gas. So if hydrogen gas is N mole means chlorine also N mole. 2HCl is there, so 2 N moles. If you take in atom, because Berzelius hypothesis is based on atoms. So consider it in atom. 1 atom of hydrogen, 1 atom of chlorine gives 2 atoms of HCl. If you consider in the form of 1 atom means half atom of hydrogen reacts with half atom of chlorine gives 1 atom of HCl. But according to Dalton's atomic theory, Berzelius hypothesis was ruled out. Why? Because according to Dalton's atomic theory, atom is an indivisible particle. Atom is an indivisible particle. So, half atom does not exist. That is why Berzelius hypothesis was ruled out. So, according to Avogadro's law, molecules can be subdivided. So, based on Dalton's atomic theory, molecules can be subdivided, but atom is an indivisible particle. That is why Berzelius hypothesis was ruled out. Next, move on to applications of Avogadro's law. Avogadro law explains Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac is the scientist who gave the gaseous law. According to his law, he said that pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Second one is it helps in the determination of atomicity of gases. What is atomicity? Atomicity is nothing but the number of atoms present in the molecule that we have already studied. Third one is molecular formula of gases can be derived using Avogadro's law. From Avogadro law, you can find out or you can calculate the empirical formula then calculate the molecular formula. That we will see in 11th standard. Fourth one is it determines the relation between molecular mass and vapor density. This we will see in next class. The law the fourth point is an important one that we'll see in the direct class in the school. The last one is it helps to determine gram molar volume of all gases. That is 22.4 liter at STP. That I have already said in the previous class. The volume of any gas occupied at 22.4 liters at SCP. So up to this, first lesson is over, girls. Remaining one topic is there, that is molecular mass and vapor density, the relation between molecular mass and vapor density, that we will see in the school because it is a very important one, important big question that we will see in the school. So thank you, girls.